Greeting adventurers. You're not going to believe what happened. You probably will. Um, I started recording. I got about halfway through this incredible video, and guess what? I realized my sound wasn't on. How can you believe that? I was just like, oh no. Oh no. So the first few months are not a surprise for me. They're going to be a surprise for you. But so you're going to see my surprise and my reaction of, oh wow, okay, when I pull the rest of the year. I ended on Libra, and it was Libra that gave me the heads up because Libra said, make sure that there's balance in everything and check your audio settings. Okay, it's not funny. It's not funny for me. It might be funny for you. Okay, let's let it be funny. The message also for this year that I've been able to glean thus far is let's translate everything to its highest possible power. And because a mutual friend of all of ours sent me a TikTok reel or something this morning about how all of the major holidays celebrate the seven deadly sins. And while that may be true, because there's the cabal and everything, there's also the opposite side. Let's remember, and that's that yin yang thing. That's where there's shadows, there's going to be light. So let's not let the cabal take away our joy and our happiness from major holidays. Like Thanksgiving is gluttony. Well, no kidding. But it's also about families getting together and fighting less than usual, right? We hope so. And Christmas is supposed to be about greed. Well, I think it's also about love and light and the celebration of the coming of the light. As a light worker, that's your job. That's all you have one job. One job, and that's it. Hold the balance, hold the light. Whatever else you do, the rest is pure frosting, darling. It's icing. It's icing, darlings. Anyways, so these two oracles here, we have a yellow light for this year. I pulled from the Cosmic Triage Oracle. A yellow light. It means that the universe wants us to go slowly. And it's also a representation. When I created this, all right, let me put this one down. When I created this is our Heavenly Father, right? And this is us. We are the falcon. Our Lord is the wind beneath our wings. If it's a cliche, it's probably true. And when I created this, I was also really into the Alan Parsons project, the Eye in the Sky, Turn of a Friendly Card, which is an amazing story, by the way, very spiritual. And it's that eye in the sky. Is it watching you? Yeah, heck yeah. But it's also protecting you and making sure that you're going to be okay. So you can be that eye in the sky. You can join in those that are being watchful and not celebrating the destruction of an old way. We need to be part of being conscious. Okay. Consciousness requires that you're not an a-hole. I mean, that's just it. Don't be a jerk. Really. I mean, that's the bottom line. Yeshua, Jesus, whatever you want to call him. And that's another way that we can translate everything to its highest possible power. If people are telling us that we have to do something a certain way because it doesn't fit their paradigm, that's fine. That's fine. They can go ahead and say it and believe whatever they want. However, you get to also go within and listen to your own intuition. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, that day of judgment, it's just you and the Lord. And nobody else is there to see it. Nobody else is there to witness it. You're not going to be able to point to all the horrible people that you presume are horrible and go, ha ha, because that's going to put you in the same category. Don't forget that. Okay. That's a really important part of what we are stepping into this year. Because as I know it, Pluto, that god of the underworld, is going to be rising up and he's going to be taking people back to the underworld with him. And it's not going to be pretty. I'm pretty sure that has something to do with the hoopla happening in Venezuela. You know, it's possible that they just had it with the child trafficking too. Who knows? But this isn't about politics. This is about, spirit inspiring us. And hopefully you can hear me. So I'm going to read to you real quickly what I wrote in my book about these two oracles to kind of give you a heads up on that. I'll put that in below too. But your path has revealed that the universe is asking you to slow down. That was the yellow light oracle of the falcon. Ask yourself, what are the solemn vows you consciously made that that will not allow you to honor yourself? When we consistently put others ahead of ourselves, we must remember that there is a time for self-sacrifice. And those times are actually quite rare. If you find yourself in a position of asking yourself, why do I keep doing this? There's a lesson you aren't learning, or perhaps you haven't accepted yet. There is also a solemn vow we all made before arriving here in this dimension, in this timeline. That is the vow worth remembering. Your mission on earth is the most important thing you will accomplish. Opening your third eye isn't as difficult as you may think, and it happens when we slow down long enough to see what we've been missing all along. Your mission and purpose will be revealed in due time. Watch for hawks, eagles, falcons, and other birds of prey, including crows and ravens, in your daily journeys, and mark the moment you are being recognized by their presence. These birds are sacred messengers that will offer some insight for the next step on your journey. Okay? So go slowly, whatever it is that you are inspired to do this year. And a lot of people are going to be inspired. Like I said, I, I started filming without sound. So I kind of, I got a sneak preview. What I did, because I have ADHD, and I tend to like jump around, as many of you know, like I'm a little grasshopper, darling. Um, I labeled all of the cards. I decided rather than sit there and shuffle and having you wait for me to do that and then pulling the card for each one, I blessed the deck, I prayed, I asked for protection, and of course, I should have asked for audio help too. But I labeled them. I was also afraid that I would forget, because I'm not an astrologer, like what comes, after what all the sun signs are. And so I labeled each one. It didn't peak. But here's the interesting thing. What I learned, and I was like, when I started printing up charts, because like I said, I am not an astrologer. Let me pull this over here real quickly. Yeah. Okay, so Aries is the first astrological sign in the zodiac. Now, I'm sure everybody else knew that except for me, or maybe not, I don't know. But I kept looking because I wanted to do it in order. I was like, oh, we're going to start with January, February, March, April. And I still could have done that, but I decided to go ahead and honor the astrological way because Aries is the first astrological sign in the zodiac, representing youthfulness and new beginnings. Originating from the constellation of the equinox, Aries is considered the start of the zodiac year and represents the beginning of the astrological year. The zodiac is traditionally ruled by Aries, which is the first sign in an astrological chart. So, and then it goes in to talk about the Greek astrology anyways, but the spring equinox, March 21st, actually marks the beginning of the new zodiacal year. And I know a lot of people knew that. I didn't. I mean, like I knew it peripherally, but it just didn't really like sink in until I printed up a chart just in case I, got lost along my way because ADHD and my neuromagical ways just decided to go ahead and get me prepared for that. So while I was getting everything else prepared, and I'll show you a picture, I'll edit that in. I'm going to have to ask myself, did I read to you about synchronicity? because synchronicity is all about trusting the moment. I'm going to trust the moment here. Otherwise, you're going to be spliced and diced. And anyways, and paying attention to repeating patterns in your life. This is the way the universe speaks to us. It's how source connects to us. And quite often, many mediums, psychics, and intuitives tend to take this for granted because they were born remembering the way of the ancients. I know I did for a while. I was just like, oh, yeah. Now is the time to remember who you are and where you've come from. Synchronicity brings us the signs of change, of changes that are to come. And when you observe the cycles, you are far more prepared to accept them than perhaps those people around you. Source is trying to have a conversation with you, by the way. It's really important to pay attention to your dreams at this time in your life, because when this oracle shows up in your path, it means, like I said, the source is trying to have a conversation with you. And this conversation is going to happen in songs, in numbers, and in colors. So people will stop also and want to talk to you as well. So if you're looking for your partners in love, in business, friendship, this year will not disappoint you. And it won't be like those two ships passing in the night. So you may be more accustomed to that, but it also means that you get to participate a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. So you get to be, you can kind of pick and choose through your year, but this is really this is the year that many of us are really going to buckle down and have some fun, right? This is the first time I was actually kind of blown away as I was going through these, but it let me know that we are on the right track, bubbies. Welcome, adventurers. Anyways. Okay, so like I said, I already got a sneak peek, so I know all about what's happening with Aries, right? I had my little cards. They look like little fortunes that were labeling all of them. But Aries is highlighted this year by the devil, right? Not a bad thing. The devil, when it shows up in tarot, is one of the 22 major arcana, which just means really important. And so far, I can see that we have a couple, but this is really about conditioning. Okay, it's not about the devil. The devil wants to condition us. That's why we have children in public schools, because then they learn to be docile, they learn to show up on time, they learn to shut up, or they get in trouble and they get grades and this, that, and the other. It's all part of a psyop to control us and to condition us. And so let's translate it to its highest possible power. It's where we learn, we grow, we make friendships that last forever, and we're part of a tribe, if you will. I mean, we're going to have to really learn to balance it out, because there's too much, oh, this is horrible, there's nothing good about it. And so the horrible, seems to be taking precedence in our thoughts more and more. The Kabbalah is winning that way. You know that they're gonna wear you down, so don't let that happen. That's conditioning. So Aries, you got to worry for, and not worry. Okay, no. Erase. Conditioning. Are you doing something because you are conditioned to do it, or are you doing something because you want to break the mold and do something better? And this, Aries, y'all are about destruction. You're all about war. And sometimes, unfortunately, based on what's happening in the world today, it's, I once knew an alien species, and I still do. And their way of winning their wars, the way they fought, was by dancing. They had dance-offs. I'm not kidding. This was a really amazing, and still is, alien species that and they're far smarter than we are. Whew. Okay, Taurus. Let's go to Taurus. I know all about Taurus here. Yes, Taurus. This is the year. Buy lottery tickets. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles, remember, in the suits of Tarot, we have cups, water, emotions, right? Wands, which is fire, action, and swords, thoughts, just It doesn't really go anywhere, but it can hurt. Those thoughts do hurt. So when you get the thought, the feeling, the action coming together, you get pentacles. This is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is the year that things and ideas uh, will, the money to make those happen, and the the help. You'll be supported in that. So this is a good year for you, Taurus. It's about time, right? Gemini, this is me. I was like, okay, Knight of Cups, right? This is all about the divine masculine at a young age. This is Alexander the Great. He's sitting there going, and this is when I was also hearing, and you don't know this because there was no recording. I started hearing Tusk from Fleetwood Mac. It was being played over and over and over. I kept hearing dun 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 like war drums. And so yeah, so Gemini, we get Tusk from Fleetwood Mac. That means we're really we're gearing up for something really good and really exciting. And we have this entire the USC marching band behind us. So look over your shoulders, look for your angels, ask for them, but remember not to rush into anything foolishly. That's Alexander the Great. Hey, I'm talking to Genghis Khan. Don't burn down my library, and we did. But I'm also seeing like athletes, like college athletes, college football, whatever. It's that you're still youthful in this thought, so it's still new. It's not a foolish thing, but we do have a tendency to just kind of like jump in and, oh gee, like not check our sound. Okay. Cancer. Darlings, yes, this was a rough one for me, the Five of Cups. But now I get to break it down for you. This is your year where you get to clean out your garage. You get to clean out you get to take pictures of all those things that you can't get rid of because this is when you were 6 years old and you won a trophy and here it is. Take a picture of it, get rid of it. Seriously, it's now is the time because cancers tend to they're really emotionally they're deep. A lot of people think they don't feel because they feel so deeply. Think of, oh, I don't know, Pride and Prejudice. Some of you know the story, but it's Elizabeth's sister. She was, she was like cancer to a T, from an astrological place. And I'm not an astrologer. Robert Phoenix. Elsa, and Rob Brezhny. Those are the astrologers that you want to go to. But this Five of Cups says it's time for you to let go of the physical things and keep the emotional memories. This is a cleanup year. This is a cleanup year for you, and you can take your time. Feel your feels. Feel your feels. Feel your feels. It's okay. But yeah, everybody leave cancers alone this year. They're going to be feeling their feels, all right? And Leo, of course, look at that lion over there. This is the King of Wands. Leo, you're all filled with, look at you, filled purpose and meaning. Bless your little hearts, big hearts. Yeah. Strength, strength. People are going to be counting on you this year, Leo. Go lead them. Lead them. I don't care where you're leading them. Somewhere good. Make it safe for them. And make it safe for yourself, most importantly. But this is the King of Wands. This guy's filled with action. Like I said, purpose and meaning. This is purpose and meaning. Like you've risen up. Like maybe you're supposed to lead the football team. I don't know. So we've got the King of Wands, and then Virgo. You're a snot. You are. I know. And I love you. But here you are. You know everything, don't you? You are this Queen of Wands. So we've got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I'm telling you, this summer is going to be stellar because we're being led by people with action. So my queens and my kings, of course, but you need to your get up and go might have got up and went, but now it's coming back. So I know Virgos tend to think they know everything, and they usually do. It's annoying. This is a really good time for you to sit back and listen because since you do already know everything, why don't you just like double check and make sure your sound is on? Although I'm a Gemini, Here we go. Libra. Libra, darling. Libra. Yes, there you are. Before you get in your car, make sure you're balanced. That's all I have to say about that. We've got a major arcana here. This is a big deal card. Things are going to be moving, and if you're not in control of your horses, and since this is the year of the horse, it will be for the Chinese New Year in February, we're heading into that. If you don't have your T's crossed and your I's dotted, please do that. Yeah, please do that. This is important because you're where are you going? Okay, now we're back. Now we're back to the place where I realized that my audio was out. My audio was out. Yeah. I don't know what happens next. We're looking at Scorpio. I'm so excited. Okay, this is what I did. I had my little cards here. So, ooh, Scorpio, my love, ooh, how about that? You guys get this bonus. You get the Ace of Swords. That means your thoughts really, holy moly, I'm a little jealous. Okay. I have a Scorpio moon. Maybe I can capitalize on this a little bit. This means that all of the stuff that has been clouding your thoughts, making you not feel as comfortable about what was going to happen next. Guess what? Your thoughts and brain fog, cosmic brain fog will be lifted. Well done. More messages and God, who do I know as a Scorpio? Oh, Kimberly Palm, darling. Brain fog gone if you have any. I don't think she's ever had any in her day in her life. Lucky. Ooh, okay. And here we are. What comes after Scorpio? And I threw away my little tag because this is really important. Sagittarius, darlings. Here we go. Sagittarius, you're the Fool. Isn't that amazing? A major arcana, the Fool. Start everything new. You know nothing. I'm jealous. Again, ADHD. I just say things. Verbal stimming. Noises, darling. Yeah, this is amazing. This is good stuff. When this shows up, this tells me, and what a great time for you to have this because we're at a brand new start. This is year number one, right? We're starting with a number one. We got rid of 9. Good riddance. Um, I side note. I digress. I just want to have 1 year, where I'm sitting on New Year's Eve and I'm just like, that was great. Let's do it again. Because it seems like, I don't know, for the last decade or so, it's just kind of been like, I almost died 12 times. But seriously, this is good. This is good for you. You're not a fool. The fool doesn't mean that you're foolish, so don't be. I'm not being disparaging. This is really good. So take advantage of this year. Start new projects, do new things. Really just or continue doing what you're doing, but you're going to have a new desire to approach it with a different mindset. So, oh my gosh, we only have 3 left. Are you still with me? Good for you. Good for you. Let me know who you are. I'm going to send you a gold star. Okay, here we go. What comes after Sagittarius? See, I am so glad I labeled this. Capricorn, of course. Duh. I knew that. All right, see. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Darlings, this doesn't mean that the Grim Reaper is coming for you, okay? It means that the Grim Reaper has come and is now leaving. This is the rebirth time, but this is bigger than the Fool, I mean, not to disparage my Sagittarius people, but this means that you have suffered. Whoo, boy, I felt that. I don't know who you are. Let's see, Capricorn. My son? God, I know so many, actually. Okay, anyways. Give me a moment, darling. I'm having the vapors. I need them. So, sweeties, yes, you've suffered, and it's again. Remember, we're at this one cycle. We're at this new place where the rebirth gets to happen, and it's going to happen whether you want it to or not. Gosh, I'm crying. Holy moly, that made me weepy. I was feeling my feels. I can't help it. I'm such an empath. It's like if you have a session with me, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to end up crying with you or about you. Like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And it's not funny. Oh my God. Okay. So this, this is a representation that life goes on no matter what. And so if you need help, ask for it. Okay. All right. 2 more to go. Here we go. Aquarius, darling. We don't know what Aquarius says, so we're going to put that tag over here. Oh, look at you, darlings. How about that? Yes. And yeah, he's kind of cute too. A little angel. Look at those little wings. Look at those little wings. Well, actually, the angel is standing behind him, but he's got wings too. This is all about, again, that moderation. This is, and temperance isn't really so much about patience as it is just understanding and knowing that you don't get to be in control. And if you try, good luck with that. So, Aquarius, I know that this is your age, so you might be taking one for the team here for us, because this is the year that you get to sit back and kind of go, all right, okay. Be there for people when they need you, and if they need you too much, tell them to go away. There we go. That's what that means. Oh, see, I'm getting good at this. Finally, we've got Pisces. Dun dun dun. Pisces. Okay, here we go. Oh, darling. Okay, well, at least it's not the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is egregious. I mean, it's like over the top. I mean, excruciating. Everything is excruciating, but and yeah, the Ten of Swords is a representation of somebody who's really just being incredibly histrionic about everything. It's like it only takes one knife to kill someone, like one sword, right? But here we go. This Nine of Swords, it's like we have all dealt with so much pain. Seriously, I mean, the Capricorn. Here we go again. I don't know who you are. Hit me up. If I don't, I need to find you because I'm feeling somebody through that, or just even the collective. But and this is kind of at a lesser level. And Pisces, you swim. Swimming, 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 keep on swimming. This means that you've been in the deep end for too long and you've lost some people, you've had some things happen. Remember, this is a year one. So my recommendation here with this Nine of Swords is to get out of your head. All right. When you start getting into your head this year, because you've put up with a lot. You really have. And thank you for being here. But, it's time to go ahead and feel what's going on. You might want to drop into your heart. So Pisces, this is the year you get to drop in your heart and get out of your head. All right. Your hearts are huge. I don't know. Pisces, man, they're weird. You guys are weird and deep and beautiful. Yeah. It's like, you're like the Aurora Borealis, but yeah, that's actually the colors too there. But it's really time for you to, and please don't shoot me for this, but the words that came to me were leave the cemetery. So there we go. That's it. That's good. I want to thank my sponsor, Alchemy Stones. If you go to alchemystone.com and look at my husband Peter's amazing work. I mean, some of the stones that he does, they're really, really remarkable. And we're going to do the gateway stones too. But yeah, how about that? If you have any questions, hit me up. Hopefully I can edit this down and it won't be so long, but it probably, good for you for hanging out. Thank you. Good things are going to happen to you. If you watch this all the way to the end, yeah, you're my friend. I like you. Oh, and Happy New Year. Be careful out there, bubbies.